Alright guys, it is time for my official Season 4 tier list. Again, as a reminder to everyone, these are just my opinions from where I am currently playing at. My ratings and stuff will not be the one-all be-all of every single rank and every single person, but these are just my personal opinions on where the characters are. And another reminder is that every single character on this list you can get to top 500 with, okay? There's not really a character that's so abysmal that you can't climb at all on it, and I think it's just important for people to realize that. Most of the time, tier lists are made just for fun. And for the most part, if you're really good at a character, that's all that matters. You know, if your game sense is good, you know how to play it on your team. It doesn't really matter what character you play, as any character can be good and you can climb with it. So with that in mind, we'll get into the tier list. So before I start rating everything, I have put everything in order. So I have put tanks first, then support second, then DPS last. So I'm going to place them in order on each of these tiers, and wherever they fall, that is where they will go. Again, just a reminder again, is that every single character is viable. You don't need to only play what's at the top. You can play what's in B, C, or D and still get to top 500 and still climb with them, okay? But yeah. So let's just start it off with the tank, and obviously as an Angela main, I have to rate Angela first. And where do I see this character being placed? When she first came out, I was like, okay, the kid is solid, right? I think she's a solid B and can go to A if you're playing well. Now that I've played her for, I don't know how long this season's been out, 3 weeks, I think, maybe? I forgot. Maybe 2 weeks. But so far, I personally think Angela still falls in B tier. The reason why I'm not going to put her any higher is because she has a lot of counters. Let's just say that she has a fuck ton of counters. It's quite insane how many things can just CC her out of like literally everything, or slow her out of everything in the game. And that's what's holding her back from A tier, and the fact that she's still too squishy. So that is why I'm placing her in B. I don't believe she goes any lower because she has utility that puts her above any characters that would go below. So that is personally why I would rate Angela as a B tier character right now. Can go up if they buff her, but right now, her current state with how squishy she is and how many counters there are, I can't see her going anything above a B right now. Maybe on the right maps, like maps where you can get a bunch of environmental kills, I can see her going up to A, as she's really strong on those maps and the pros ran her on those maps. But in general, I would say B. For Thing, I'm probably going to put Thing also kind of in B tier. The reason why I'm going to put him in B tier is not because he's universal, but because he's really good against dive. Right? He's really good against dive. He's good in his niche is what my point is. He's not a tank you can pick into everything. Same thing with Angela. You can't really pick her into everything and expect it to work. But I think Thing is still solid where he's good at, and which is why I'm placing him in B. For Doctor Strange, I'm going to put him at the top of A tier because I think this character just has so much potential to do stuff. Like, you're a frontline tank, which automatically means you're not going to get flamed as much. But, yeah, I mean, the character has good lethality, has a really good ultimate, just really solid overall. Like, there's nothing to complain about Strange. He's just a solid tank all around. Groot, I would also put in B tier, mainly because, when I'm playing against a Groot as Angela, that tank is just a free kill. Like, the front line's dead immediately. You push him so far into your team, he just can't get out. He has no mobility. But if you get the right bans in place, I do think this character has a place still. And yeah, so definitely situational and very comp dependent on the enemy. But yeah, still really solid overall. For Venom, I'm gonna put him in S tier because I think he's one of the strongest tanks, especially if you have, like, say, a Mantis pocket and you're able to do the combo. There's actually a way to, like, one shot on Venom, and it's kind of nasty. So I think Venom is a really solid tank. He has good survivability. He can get out. He has good lethality. His ult is really good. If you know how to combo it with stuff, you can basically just one shot support ults. It's actually ridiculous. So I think Venom is a solid S tier. Yeah. Next, I'm gonna rate Thor probably above Angela right now, just because he has a lot of team utility with the bubble. It puts him in a really good spot. He does a lot of damage. You know what? I'm gonna put him in slightly below Angela, because Angela's ult is definitely better for comboing, at least if you're able to duo or something with another DPS. It's better for comboing stuff. I mean, honestly, she sets up Thor for a really good ult too. So honestly, Thor is really solid right now. I wouldn't say he's like really good, but he's definitely way better than he was previously, so I'm putting him up to B tier. Magneto going up in S tier. I think he's somewhat, I don't know, actually. I mean, I think Magneto is still probably the best tank in the game, but Venom is a very close second. I don't think Magneto needs any introduction. I think he's kind of just self-explanatory as to why he's up there. So I'm just gonna move on now. Next we have Hulk. I think Hulk is actually really good. One, he's a team up anchor for two of the most obnoxious heroes to go against. So yeah, he's up there because of the team up, and just in general, he does a lot of things. He can anti-air Angela. He has a stun. He has bubbles. He is also really hard to play, so you have to be pretty good at him, but I think you could pop off with Hulk, and he can definitely carry your game, so I think he's gonna go A for me. Next thing is Cap. I think I'm gonna put Cap probably above Thor, just because of his ult. He's just really good at stalling. He does so much, and basically if you're running triple support, that is a fourth support ult right there. Just really good overall. I'm putting Angela above because I'm biased. Yes, this is a biased tier list, I don't care. Next we have Emma. Fuck that character, she's going up in S tier. Where am I putting her? Right there, above Venom. This character is still ban worthy. I hate that character with a passion. So yeah, there's nothing else to be said there. I think Emma's still a broken character even after all those nerfs. So adding this portion in because apparently I forgot to rate Penny. Apparently I forgot to rate Penny, and if you guys are gonna ask where I put Penny, I think she's going in B, or like the lowest of B, because Penny is very map dependent. Just like Thing. Well, Thing is more like comp dependent. Penny is very map dependent. If you're on a really strong chokehold map, she's really good. If you're on an open map with no places to put your nest, I think she's kind of not the greatest. So that's why she's going in B. Still an okay tank if you play her on the right maps. All right, so going on to the DPS. Look how many characters there are. Goodness gracious. Okay, well, as you notice, a lot of the characters that are in tank and support are actually all really solid, in my opinion. I don't really think there's like a worst of any of these characters. They're all kind of solid if you know how to play them correctly. So first is Black Panther. I think Black Panther falls in B, mainly because it's very comp dependent on where you can play him. If you can play him into the comp and you have the right bands, I think he's really strong, especially if you're good at him. If you're not good at him and you're playing into 50 million counters, this character goes down to probably the worst in the game. But I'm putting him in B for average, because I think he can go in either direction depending on how well you play and what characters are available that play against you. Next is Black Widow. Personally, I think this character is also really hard to rate because into the right comps, or like if you have a Mantis damage boost and you're literally Thanos on the character, I think this character goes up into S tier. but if you're not Thanos and you're not hitting all your shots and you don't have a Mantis damage boost, I think she goes into C. There's gonna be very rare characters on this list where I put them in D, because I think D is like the tier where you put where like they're unusable, but most of the time every single character is usable in comp, and so I'm not gonna put Black Widow down there. If you're good, I have to preface, if you're good at Black Widow, you can get work done and you can just absolutely steamroll lobbies, which is why I'm putting her in C. Yeah. Next we have Hawkeye. To be honest, I have not seen a Hawkeye in like ages, and the last time I saw a Hawkeye, I rolled them on Angela, so I have no idea where to place this character. Like in theory, this character should be really busted, but I don't know what happened, but like I just don't see them anymore. But I do think like he's probably better than Black Widow. Again, if you're watching this portion of the video, I'm putting Hawkeye here because I don't know where to place him. I don't see him, and when I do see him, I roll him on Angela, so I don't know where to place him. So if you guys have any idea where Hawkeye goes, let me know down in the comments. Next is Hela. I think Hela is a solid A tier character. I mean, there's nothing else to say. She just has really oppressive damage from range. If you're able to get in range as Angela, you can pretty much bully Hela. She can't get away from you. But from range, if you can't get close, you're just gonna get dinked to death. So that's pretty fun. But yeah, that's it for Hela. Next is Iron Fist, one of my favorite DPS to play, and what my duo plays when we play together. Where do I place Iron Fist? I think Iron Fist is probably a B tier character, if I were to guess, because the good Iron Fists are still able to make this character work. He's actually really obnoxious to go against, but he does no damage, and he's really easy to counter. So you'd have to be really good at this character to make him work, but it is still possible to carry on Iron Fist. He's definitely not like the worst character. The next is Iron Man. I'm also going to place him at the top of B. Because this character gets shut down by a lot of hit scan, and unfortunately a lot of the things in the meta shut down Iron Man, but Iron Man is really good at solo ulting supports. Yeah, he's actually the only flyer that I ever have any trouble with on Angela. I don't have trouble with any other flyer in the game except for Iron Man, because the overdrive makes it a lot harder for me to kill. But yeah, that's why I'm going to place him there. He has really strong poke damage, and there's nothing else to say about Iron Man. He's just an okay DPS that you can play. Next is Magic. I think this character is actually really strong now. I don't think she's like the best in the game, but like if you enable her, she is like Thanos, bro. She can delete your supports. Doesn't matter if you're running triple supports. If you're really good at Magic, you can just one-shot supports out of their ult. With the new change, it is kind of ridiculous. The character doesn't die, and I can't kill her on Angela. So I think she's going up in A, probably low A if I were to guess. But yeah, also the Strange team up is actually so good for her. So that's why I'm placing her in A. Next, we have Moon Knight. Honestly, Moon Knight has been kicking, bro. This character is actually pretty solid now. I don't know if I'd put him in A tier. I mean, it's hard because like I think Moon Knight's a good character, but most of the Moon Knights that I see are kind of ass. So I don't know where to place him. I think he's a good character, but I'm gonna probably put him top of B for now, because I haven't seen a Moon Knight that has just like absolutely carried a game and we can't do anything about it. You know what? Actually, I take that back. There was a Moon Knight that actually carried the game, but it was one guy, and I've ran into a lot of Moon Knights and I haven't had any issues. So I'm putting him probably top of B. You know what? For bait and clickbait, I'm going to put him up in A, because I think this character has a lot of potential. I think the players that play Moon Knight just need to get a little bit better. My personal opinion. Next, we have Namor. This character is also really hard to rate because like I feel like without team up, this character is just not that great. So I'm probably going to put him top of B, because without team up, he's here. With team up, he's like S. So it's hard to rate Namor when he's so dependent on a team up, and Banner gets banned like a lot. So I don't know, but I think Namor is probably a B tier character. Next is Psylocke, my girl on or my main on DPS. I'll put her slightly below Magic, because in triple support, you're not going to be able to kill things on Psylocke as much or as easily as you will on Magic. Magic has just a lot of burst damage to be able to kill through support ults, where Psylocke does not. So that's why I'm putting her behind Magic. But yeah, that's where I'm placing Psylocke. Nothing else to be said there. She's just super solid all around. Scarlet Witch. Oh man. This character is rough because I don't see the character, and when I do see the character, I don't see them do anything. So maybe that's just the players being bad, but like I also let me just put D. Needs buffs. Lol. Okay, there we go. Needs buffs. Lol. I don't know how you could buff Scarlet to make her better, but I want to see Scarlet get played more. I just don't know what they could do to possibly make her better without absolutely just breaking her out of the breaking her. The one thing, I mean, I guess would make her insanely good is just make it so that she's CC immune in her ultimate and she gets like 1000 HP, so you have to avoid it. But I don't know how healthy that would be for the game. I have no idea what you could do to Witch to make her play better, but she's still solid. Let me do playable. But playable, but needs buffs. Okay, I'm putting that there so I don't piss off any Wanda mains. But Wanda, I don't know what you could do to buff the character, but she needs some help, right? Next is Spider-Man. This character is tough to rate, right? Because like you have some insane Spider-Man that like gets to top 500 and just like dominate lobbies, and then you have like the ones on my team that go like 5 and 15. So I'm gonna put Spider-Man probably the low part of B or like really high C. If I had chat up, I could probably ask them, but I don't. Where would I put Spider-Man? I wouldn't say this character is really like oppressive to go against either. Like, I don't know. I probably put. I really don't know where to rate Spider-Man, because on Angela I don't really care about this character and I can hunt down Spider-Man really easily. So he's not really a threat and I kind of just stun him out of everything. So I don't know where to put him. I'm probably gonna put him top of C, and I'm probably gonna. I'd rather have an Iron Fist on my team than a Spider-Man, if I'm being honest with you. Squirrel Girl. I'm gonna put her in B because she's very map dependent. If you're on the good maps, where she has a long choke to spam down, I think she's really solid. But if you're not on those maps, I think she goes down a tier. So I'm just gonna put her B. Yeah, I don't know. Next is Star-Lord. I think Star-Lord's probably really solid. I see him get it played a lot in pro play, but other than that, I think the character is really solid. He has everything going for him. He has decent damage. He has a good amount of survivability. He has a lot of mobility and a solid ult. I feel like the character is good. So I'm going to put Star-Lord in A. Storm, I have no idea where to put because I don't see this character like at all. But I know that she's good. You know, I just don't know why people don't play her. I would guess it's because she's on the boring side, but I think she's better than Iron Man, because the Jeff NATO is still strong. She has a damage boost and utility going for her. She gets played in pro play. In Punisher comps, so I think that she still has some use. I don't know why she's not used outside of that though. Next we have Punisher. I think Punisher goes up in A. Really solid character, really strong, really good ult. I don't know why that ult lasts 10 seconds, but it does. It melts through everything. You can't live through it. It's literally Thanos and you're cooked. And the character is 300 HP. Why is he so bulky? I have no idea. He's just a guy with like guns, but it is what it is. Yeah, so I would rate Punisher A. I'd probably rate him above Star-Lord, probably above Moon Knight as well. Yeah, just because I see more good Punisher players than I do, you know, and I'm gonna put Star-Lord above Moon Knight as well. All right, next we have this little fucker, bro. I hate him. I hate Bucky with all my being. I think this character is really broken and no one knows it yet, because this character has 4 CCs in his kit. Like, what? I just don't understand what they were smoking when they decided to buff Bucky some more. But it is what it is. This character has double grounds on his little electric bolt things. He has a multi-hook and he has an uppercut that disables you, cuts off your legs, and kicks away your wheelchair. Very fun, very cool character. Not really. I hate that character. Ban him. But yeah, he's just a good all-rounder. He's not really bad into anything. He's good into dive, good in poke, good in brawl, I guess, because he just does so much damage. But yeah. Bucky, insane character. Wolverine. I haven't seen that many Wolverines, and when I do, they're not really that big of an issue. I'm probably gonna put him top of B. He's very situational, right? So it depends on what tanks they're playing, obviously, which is where it kind of decides where Wolverine goes. And most of the big meta tanks, you're not gonna really have too easy of a time on Wolverine. I guess the easiest one being Venom. Even then he can kind of swing away, or if he shields it, it is what it is. So I'm gonna place Wolverine in top of B. I haven't seen him. That's kind of just the only reason why I'm not rating him, is because Wolverine I just don't see, and when I do see them, they're pretty good. So that's why I know they can probably go higher, but I don't see any of them. So I'm putting him B. Mr. Fantastic. where do I put this character? I feel like this character for me is annoying to go against because I can't kill him. He peels for the backline. I get booped and slowed, and then out of my escape abilities, and then I just can't leave. So he's really strong against Angela, to be honest. So I don't know where I'd put him. I think I'd put Mr. Fantastic in B. Like I really am looking at this list, and there's not that many characters where I think they're useless. I'm also just debating right here putting Iron Fist and Spider-Man back up in low B. Cause like these characters work still. You know, it's my tier list. I'm gonna do it however I want. I'm putting both of these characters in B tier. Actually, you know what? Spider-Man mains like it when their character is dog shit, so they get a reason to complain. So I'll put him in C tier. Yeah, there it is. Next we have Torch. I think Torch is still the best DPS in the game. I mean, to me, I have no issues dealing with him on Angela. Maybe that's because I'm not in like top 100 lobbies where torches are insane, but like in the lobbies where I'm fighting at right now, I don't have any issues with Torch. Like, to be honest, I kind of just bully him in the air. He can't do anything about it, and then he just, I don't know, he falls over. Next is Phoenix. I think Phoenix is also probably S tier. I think that character is disgusting. You can't really approach her. She fires really fast. She melts you. She auto heals. She has a stun. She has 2 get out of jail free cards or like getaway options. She has 275 HP. She's hard to kill, does a lot of damage, and if you get close to her in melee range, she can do the melee cancel thing and just absolutely clap your cheeks. So I think Phoenix is really strong. Next is Blade. To be honest, I still don't think we've unlocked the potential for Blade yet, and I think people are still kind of not used to playing him or not playing him correctly yet. So for me, personally, I'm gonna put Blade in B tier because a combo with like Angela is actually really solid. Like if you combo Blade with Angela, it's actually so good. But I don't see that many like good blades in my games. All right, that's gonna do it for my tier list. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree down in the comment section. I honestly appreciate the fact that you guys disagree with like my opinions sometimes. It's fine. It's a discussion oriented video and you guys are open to disagree with me. That's fine. But the reason why I place a lot of characters in A and B tier is because I think a lot of these characters are just playable in comp. I am not really one of the people that likes to flame people just because they pick a certain character. I typically only tend to get upset if they stick on a character and they're going like 0 and 15, like 5 and 19, and they're not doing good. That's when I'm just like, hey, do you play anything else? That is typically the only time I will ever ask someone to swap off. But I think it's pretty toxic if a person is just like, oh, your character is in D tier, you should swap off the character. Like I personally don't agree with that. But yeah, if you're questioning why these characters are at the bottom, one, for Spider-Man, it's just because Spider-Man mains want something to bitch about, so they want justification as to why they're not doing good. So I'm putting Spider-Man in C tier so that they have something to complain about and say their character is bad. But in reality, if I were to honestly rate Spider-Man, I'd probably put him in B with the rest of these characters. Why is Hawkeye down in C? One, it's because I don't see him, and when I do see him on Angela, I kind of just farm him. So I personally don't really see Hawkeyes, and when I do, I dominate them on Angela, so that's why he's down in C. Maybe he's sleeper broken. Feel free to comment that down below. I also did mention in the video that I'm unsure of where to place Hawkeye because I just don't see him. For Black Widow, I place this character in C tier because one, I don't see them, and when I do see them, it's like a 50-50 whether or not they are literally Thanos or they are not Thanos and they miss every shot and they're kind of just feeding. So this character can jump anywhere from C to S tier depending on if they have a Mantis boost, if they're really good at the character, but it is totally possible to climb with just Black Widow. Just go ahead and check out Xlec if you haven't already. That guy is insane on the character. And last, for Wanda, I placed her here because I do want to see Wanda get played more. She's honestly pretty fun to play, but right now I think she needs a little bit more help as far as buffs go. I don't know what you would buff on the character, to be honest, because I don't think she's one of those characters you want being meta because she is relatively easy to play, but I think she needs buffs, and that's why I put this tier here, because playable but needs buffs, lol. But yeah, that's the justification for everything down here. If you disagree with something on this tier list, feel free to leave it down in the comment section. I'm always open to discuss with people, but Just remember to be respectful down in the comment section. Just because my opinion is different from yours does not give you the ability to just shit talk my opinion, okay? These are from my opinion and my view of the game and where I play. So just if something is out of place and they're not really strong in your rank, just acknowledge this is more like from a high elo, like celestial elo-esque tier list. So all right, that's gonna do it for today's video. If you guys liked the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Helps me and the YouTube algorithm know that you guys want more of this type of content. These are more discussion based content, so let me know if you guys want more of these. I'm always down to just yap. But yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.